Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eric. Today I'm going to give you my review of my Starlink internet system that I recently set up and have been using for about 2 months now. I'm going to give you my honest review of Starlink. I'm not a tech lab. I'm not a sponsor. I'm just going to give you a review from my driveway, literally right out of the box. So I've been using Starlink for about 2 months now, and I'm going to walk you through the setup, the performance, the reliability, cost, and whether it's worth switching from your cable provider or your current provider. I don't know if you have cable or what, but yeah. Spoiler alert, I am no longer a Spectrum customer. I am a Spacex customer. So let me start with the setup, because that was the part that actually blew me away. I opened the box, set the dish down on the driveway, pointed it the right way, the right angle and all that on my driveway, plugged it in, opened up the app on my phone, and on the app on the phone, you align it. It tells you what the angle, it tells you this, and it tells you north, south, which way to turn it. And it's very intuitive, because as soon as I moved the dish on the driveway, it showed up on the app, and it was reading it right away. So no instructions needed. I never had any. It doesn't even come with instructions. The app was so intuitive, it practically sets itself up. The alignment was super simple. Tells you where to point it, and even checks for obstructions. I've never used a SpaceX or Tesla product before, and my first thought after unpacking it and setting it up and watching it was, wow, this is next level stuff. So very impressed. Before Starlink, I had Spectrum cable, and like a lot of you probably know, the price just keeps going up. By the time I canceled, it was about 3 years that I had service from Spectrum. I was paying about $113 a month just for internet access. And that was the moment I said, all right, enough. That's it. I can't do it anymore. It's too expensive just for internet. We had internet on our phones. It just seemed like such a waste. So Starlink has 3 plans. They have a basic plan, which is 100 megabits per second. They have a residential plan, which is 200 megabits per second. And they have a high-speed plan, which is 400 megabytes per second. So originally I signed up for the residential plan, the 200 megabytes per second plan, and that cost $80 a month. And they did give me a $50 discount the first month, so the first month was only $30. After watching our usage, because the app shows you how much you're using, how fast you're downloading, you can do a speed test on the thing. It's a very simple app. It's not complicated at all. It's very simple and very informative. I mean, it's all the information that you would want to know. So after watching our usage for a bit, I realized something very interesting. The Starlink app showed that my wife and I almost never go over 50 megabytes per second, even with the both of us watching separate TVs and watching videos on our phones. So we had 4 devices streaming video, and all at the same time, and we had no problem at 50, and it was less than 50 megabytes per second. So the 200 megabytes per second was way overkill for just my wife and myself. So I downgraded to the basic plan, which was 100. The max speed is 100 megabytes per second. And that plan was $50 a month. And it's perfect. Half the price of Spectrum and honestly twice the satisfaction. Here's the part everyone wants to know is how does it actually perform? I've got 24 devices connected. I've got a printer. I've got 8 Alexas, 4 Shelly devices, 4 thermostats, 2 phones, 4 TVs, everything. And I've had 0 issues. Streaming is smooth. Video calls, I don't know if video calls are going through that or not. If they did before, then they are now. But no problems. Multiple devices at once doesn't even flinch. Nothing seems to be a problem. So, and the router that comes with the system is a Wi-Fi 6 router. So the signal is very strong and it's very fast and it works throughout the whole house. No problems at all. In the past 2 months I've been using it. I haven't had a single outage, not one. And here's something kind of cool. If the power does go out, I can plug the Starlink system directly into my power station and keep the internet running. Even if trees knock down all the cables, I can still have the internet running. So it only uses, for power consumption, it uses about 30 watts while it's on. All the time, I think. All the time it's using about 30 watts. But it does have a, it auto detects whether it's has snow or ice on it. And it does have a heating element inside the, I want to call it a dish, but I don't know what, the receiver, the part that's on the roof. It does have a heating element in it, and it will automatically kick on when there's a buildup of snow on it, and it will melt the snow. When it's doing that, because the app shows you how many watts it's using continuously, it shows you like a graph that's about, I don't know, maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes long, the last 30 minutes, and it shows you the power usage over those last 30 minutes. So when we did have snow, because we had multiple snowstorms, I've had up to about 4 inches of snow, and it handled it no problem. I didn't have to do a thing. I did put it on my shed so that I could access it and wipe it off with the broom if I had to, but I didn't have to. So while it's melting snow, the power consumption goes up to 100 watts. And I think it melts the snow and then goes back to the 30 watts. So that worked out really great. So for anyone that likes being, is a prepper or likes being prepared for outages or storms, this also works because you don't have cable and all you need is 30 to 100 watts, 100 watts in the winter, 30 watts in the summer, which is great. I'll be honest, this was my first experience with anything SpaceX or Tesla related, and I was so impressed with the engineering, the software, the simplicity, that I actually bought some Tesla stock. You can't buy SpaceX stock yet, but that's going to be coming up soon. Excuse me. That's how confident this made me, my experience with the Starlink system. And now I'm seriously considering a Tesla Model Y with full self-driving. It's just amazing what Elon Musk has put together. Wow, the electric car was the first thing, but now full self-driving. He's the only one that's got this full self-driving, and from what I see on the internet, it's just damn amazing. So Starlink kind of opened my eyes to how far this tech has gotten, and it's really amazing. Oh, and the other thing is with SpaceX, he can land those booster rockets. Well, now they just land on a platform, but he can land them on the, I forget what they're called, but it's like forks, and it comes down and lands right on that, so he can reuse the whole thing. Just amazing. So here's my bottom line. Starlink is the first internet service I've ever used that actually feels like it was designed for the user. It's simple, it's powerful, it's reliable, and for us, the $50 plan is more than enough. If you're tired of cable companies raising the prices, or you live in a rural area, or you just want internet that works without babysitting it, Starlink is absolutely worth it. Or you don't want to get ripped off by the cable company anymore. Amazing. Thanks for watching. If you've got questions about Starlink, the setup, the plans, or anything else, drop them in the comment section. If you want to include your experience with Starlink, I would love to hear. Please subscribe and like. I'm just getting started at my channel here, and it would help me tremendously. Thanks, and see you in the next one.